Chimai Kuyana Teluchi, hello, and thank you all for coming to another episode of King's Corner. This is our 20th episode, so that's a little bit of a milestone for us. We thank you for joining us. We have a great show in store for you today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We have the older group today. Which I will introduce for you today. We have Elijah, Sean, Uriah, Dahlia, Allie, and Aurora. So we thank them for hosting with us today. They've got a lot of good information to share with you folks. So let's get right into it. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right. Let's start with our Alutic section, as we normally do. We got some fun Alutic phrases and words for you today. So why don't we start with Elijah, and we are doing some common Alutic phrases, and I'm going to add that to the stage for you now. Take it away, Elijah.
All right, we got common Alutic phrases right on the big screen today. Our first one is awa maken.
Adahwa,
Get
awa
away
magen.
from here. Get out of here.
Nice. Awa magen. Excellent.
Tawa hook is
Ada-
stop it.
Tawa hook. Nicely done.
Kiayu.
Caillou.
Caillou.
Mm-hmm.
What or huh?
Right, that's a good one. Caillou, or sometimes people said ka in like huh, what, or really.
Caillou meepit.
Caillou meepit. What's Caillou meepit mean?
What are you doing?
Excellent.
Caillou clockbit.
Gadahwa Caillou sloopit.
Cloopit. What's the matter with
Yeah,
you?
that one. We would hear my grandma tell us that one. Sometimes she'd say Caillou sloopit. What's the matter with you?
Kida.
Kida.
Come on. Let's go. Or go ahead.
Nice.
Adahwa. It is good or it is done right.
Dahwa.
Naluaka.
Nasluaka.
I don't know.
I don't know. Nasluaka.
Tungjigumgin Chali.
Dahwa.
I'll see you again.
Atonk Chigumgin Chali. I will see you again. Excellent job on that. Thank you, Mr. Elijah, for some common Alutic phrases. Thank you for that. And we will bring you back. And we have some more common Alutic phrases. And Allie will be taking us through that one. Go ahead, Allie.
Chaliet Agnachbak.
Ladahwa Chaliet Agnachbak.
That means, what are you doing today?
Right. What are you doing today?
Chali Chik Unwaka.
Unwagu Adahwa. Chali Chikchit Unwagu Adahwa.
That means, what are you going to do today?
Unwagu in the morning or tomorrow. Ooh, that one's a little bit harder.
Natman Akudachit.
Adahwa Natman Akudachit.
What are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Sorry.
Yeah, where are you going to go? Yeah, Natman Akudachit. Where are you going to go? This one's a mouthful too, Allie.
Chistun Aphatak.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Aptahat.
Aptahat.
Yeah.
Shukshun.
Shukstun. Yeah. Cheshtun Aptahat. And then a blank space, Shukstun. So if we wanted to say, for example, how do you say baby in Alutic? We'd say Cheshtun Aptahat baby Shukstun. So you're asking somebody in the language how to pronounce or say an English word. So good job on that. All right, excellent job on that one. Thank you for that, Miss Allie. More common Alutiiq phrases. Next we have Dahlia, and Dahlia has the Alutiiq word of the week. What is our Alutiiq word of the week, Dahlia?
The Alutiiq word of the week is Kanik, which means snow.
Excellent. Uriah, will you help her with the mic? You're really good. Really good. Nice. Okay. Kanek is snow. And then sometimes there's a whole sentence in one word in other languages, and that's including Alutiiq as well. And in our case, this is an easy one. So if Kanek is snow,
Kanekuk means it is snowy.
Kaninguk. Kaninguk. Adahwa. So Alutiiq word of the week, Kanik. How we may use that in a sentence. Kaninguk. Kaninguk. And Kodiak has had quite a bit of snow this year too, so it's fitting for what we got going on. Okay, and then next we have, who is doing Abigail's? Is that you, Aurora?
Yep.
Since Miss Abigail's not in today, Miss Aurora has volunteered to sit in her place. So thank you for that, Aurora. And we are talking about the environment, some things in our exterior environment.
Majok.
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 What's majok?
Sun.
Sun.
Ichaluk.
Ichaluk. Adahwa.
Ichaluk.
Nicely done.
Moon.
Excellent. Moon. Ingik.
Ingik.
Adahwa.
Mountain.
Mountain. Excellent.
Quick.
Quick.
Quick. River.
Nice.
Nonwok.
Lake. Nonwok. Nicely done.
Nonwok.
Nanwachnak.
Nahwanak.
Nanwachnak. Adahwa. What's nanwachnak?
Lagoon.
Excellent job. Excellent job.
Gouda.
Gouda.
Gouda. Beach.
Beach. Excellent. Gouda. Beach.
Konyak. Bay.
Excellent. Kangiyak is bay. I think that's it. Oh, yep, that's it. That's our last one for some Alutiiq words in our exterior environment, in our outside environment. And if anybody's watching at home, will you let us know if you can hear us okay? Sometimes we have audio issues. We just want to make sure that you can all hear us. So if you would post a comment and let us know. Excellent. Yes. Yes, that's correct. Fiscal year. Yeah, that's okay. No, that's good questions. Okay, so that will do it for our Alutiiq section. Next, we have some current events going on in the state and in our village. And let me take this off so we can get Elijah up here, front and center. Okay, go for it, Elijah.
We're going to go ahead and talk about some village/Kodiak Island current events. Our first one on the list is a Kana tribal meeting on Friday, January 23rd at 11 a.m. And there's a flyer for that available. On Monday, January 19th, the tribal office is closed in observance of Martin Luther King Day, which was last week.
Right. Yep. Roger. We just wanted to, for the folks at home that didn't know what was going on around the village, we were supposed to stream last week, but we had school early out and we had some really treacherous icing conditions. And so we weren't able to stream last week, and so some of these are just a reminder of things that have happened in the last week. So excellent, thank you for that, Elijah.
Kodiak Island Borough School Board tenuously chooses cuts over closing the school for 2027. So the details on that is that more than 3/4 of Kodiak Island Borough School District's costs are related to personal issues.
Personnel,
Personnel, which makes it a huge focus when it comes to balancing the budget for next school year. The KIBSD Board of Education is looking to reduce its overall spending by more than $4 million without closing a school.
Right, that's a big one. That shout out to. Thank you for that, Ginger. We appreciate it. Ginger gave us the little heads up, and she's got a cute picture of the pooch there. That's a nice one, Ginger. But so, yeah, $4 million is what the borough has to make up for, and they're going to do it with mostly personnel cuts because that's one of the largest expenditures in the school district budget, and so it's going to be tough calls they have to make, and so we hope that can work out for all the students.
Was there a specific school that was on the line for that?
No,
in Kodiak?
no,
Oh.
it was you know, I'm sure it was brought up, but immediately since we closed or they closed the school last year, that they didn't want to do it 2 years in a row, and so that's kind of where it's at with that. They're still trying to work through how to come up with cut this $4 million that they have to make up. So thank you for that, Elijah.
We have an island announcement for all of you travelers. The Tustamina is undergoing annual maintenance until May 2026. The bad news that we all get at the beginning of the year, it feels like.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah, we miss that thing when it's gone.
And then the official observations are in December 2025, featured the highest monthly total snowfall in Kodiak in the last 13 years. So congratulations, Kodiak, for having a really cold winter.
Right.
According to Rick Tommen, a climatologist with the Alaska Center for Climate Assessment and Preparedness at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, 30 inches of snow was recorded at the Kodiak wastewater treatment plant last month. Tommen said that via email, that is the most snow that has fallen in 1 month locally since January of 2012, when 48 inches of snow was recorded in Kodiak. The snowiest days last month were December 6th and 7th, when 9 and 16 inches fell at the local wastewater treatment plant, respectively. On average, Kodiak sees about 8 inches of snow during the month of December.
Yeah, that's quite a lot for Kodiak, higher than average, as you guys can see. And also of note, it's sort of flipped from normally, as you guys know at home, that Port Lions usually gets more snow than Kodiak. So we're getting lucky this year. Thank you for that, Elijah. Thank you for the current events going on around the village. Next we have Allie. Oh wait, let me do this, folks at home. Let me pull up our map and I'll switch over here. And we will come to our Road Trip USA section where, as you all know, we've been tracking fun facts across the country. And we've got 3 more fresh new states for you to talk about today. And let me pull up that for you all. Just 1 second. I don't have a Jamie to say, pull that up, Jamie. If you guys know, you know on that one. Let me reload this. Why are our markers gone? There we go. Okay, so today in our Road Trip USA section, we are covering South Dakota, Nebraska, and Kansas. And there's lots of interesting facts about this. Is essentially Middle America, right? It's almost the geographical center, and I think actually Kansas might have the geographical center of the United States. So why don't we start with some Kansas fun facts? Miss Allie, take it away.
All right. Kansas became the 34th state on January 29th, 1861. The capital is Topeka, while Wichita, is that how you say?
Wichita?
Wichita is the largest city by population. Kansas is often referred to as the sunflower state due to the abundance of sunflowers that grow across the plains. Smith County, Kansas is known as the geographical center of the United States. Kansas ranks second in the nation for the average number of tornadoes per year, with about 61 tornadoes annually.
Wow.
Kansas is the leading state in wheat production, contributing enough wheat to bake approximately 36 billion loaves of bread each year.
How many?
36 billion.
36 billion loaves of bread. Wow. That's
Yep.
amazing. And just as you guys know, don't mean to interrupt Allie, but as she's reading the facts, I'm just taking you guys through some of the scenic photos in Kansas. So go ahead.
The first Pizza Hut restaurant opened in Wichita in 1958, and the first White Castle hamburger chain also started there in 1921.
Wow. Pizza Hut. Thank you, Kansas, for Pizza Hut.
The famous Amelia Earhart was born in, how do you say this? Atchison?
I think, yep.
Atchison, Kansas, and is celebrated for her pioneering contributions. I can't say that.
Contributions. Good job.
To aviation. In Derby County, it is illegal to hit or punch a vending machine if it steals your money.
It's funny that they had to write that down as a law.
Yep. And the largest ball of twine, Cocker City, is home to the largest ball of twine, measuring over 38 feet in circumference and weighing more than 16,750 pounds.
16,000 pound ball of twine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe some fishermen out there will appreciate that. They're storing it up there for a rainy day.
Yep. Helium was discovered in 1905 at the University of Kansas, making it a significant site for this important element.
Ooh, helium. Yep. That's a big one.
That was all I had for Kansas fun facts.
Excellent. Thank you for that, Miss Allie, for the Kansas State fun facts. And hopefully you guys are finding some of these images interesting. So next in our Road Trip USA, we will go for Nebraska, and Miss Dahlia has Nebraska.
The name Nebraska comes from the Ottawa Indian word meaning flat water, which refers to the Platte River that flows through the state. Is that how you say it?
Let's see. Yep, Platte River.
The unicameral legislator.
Yeah, unicameral. That's a tough one.
Nebraska is the only state in the U.S. with a unicameral legislature, which means it has a single legislative chamber.
Right. So just like the U.S. Congress, how we have the Senate and the House of Representatives, each state has its own state Senate and state House of Representatives, with the exception of Nebraska.
The first Arbor Day was celebrated in Nebraska in 1872, initiated by J. Sterling Morton to encourage tree planting.
Interesting.
The Live Jungle in Omaha is the largest indoor rainforest in the world, showcasing a diverse range of flora and fauna. And Nebraska is credited with the invention of the Reuben sandwich, a popular American deli item. Chimney Rock. The iconic landmark, was frequently mentioned in the journals of travelers on the Oregon Trail and is a symbol of Nebraska's pioneer history.
So that was a landmark on the original Oregon Trail, which was the route that settlers took moving from east to west in our country. And one of the main landmark was that Chimney Rock. So cool fun fact.
Approximately 91% of Nebraska is farmland, and agriculture plays a significant role in the state's economy, with 1 in 4 jobs being related to this sector. The popular soft drink Kool-Aid was invented in Hastings, Nebraska in 1927 by Edwin E. Perkins. Omaha, the largest city in Nebraska, was known for its rich history and cultural attractions, while Lincoln serves as the state capital. Nebraska is triply landlocked, which means it is at least 3 states away from the ocean in every direction.
Wow. So, if you love the ocean, Nebraska is probably not the place to move to, right? 3 states in any direction. That's north, south, east, and west. So, triply landlocked. Excellent. Cool fun facts. Thank you for that, Miss Dahlia. And showing you folks at home some beautiful countryside here in Nebraska. Really, in all the states, have some pretty beautiful things to see. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, thank you for that, Miss Dahlia. Next, we have South Dakota, and Ario is going to do that, and I think Uriah is going to do that one for us. So thank you for to Uriah, who also stepped in for us and is going to take over Aria's place today. So, all right, go for it, Uriah.
On November 2nd, 1889, South Dakota became a state along with North Dakota. There's no evidence suggesting which state, North or South, was incorporated first because President Benjamin Harrison shuffled the bills and signed one at random, with the order unrecorded. North Dakota is traditionally listed first, though. Lewis and Clark explorers on an official mission visited South Dakota in 1804 and 1806. The second time was on the return trip back to the East Coast. At least 13,000 years ago, the first people arrived in what was known South Dakota, and thousands of years later, Native American tribes such as Cheyenne, Ponca, Locato, Dakota, and Arikara lived on the island.
Nice. Yeah, Lakota and Arikara. Excellent.
South Dakota is home to the Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota tribes, which together make up
The Sioux
nations.
Very good. Yep. And as people can see, it also is home to the Badlands, which looks almost like another planet, which is pretty cool.
Dakota roughly means friendly or allies. It is a Native American Sioux word.
Okay, that's good to know.
The first Europeans to set foot on the land were the Vaudreuil brothers, who claimed the land from France in 1743.
Interesting. At one point, South Dakota was owned by France.
When gold was discovered in the Black Hills of South Dakota in 1874, many fortune seekers rushed to the area. 2 years later, more than 10,000 people populated the hills. The Great Dakota Boom began in 1878 when people rushed to obtain land in South Dakota. The arrival of the railroad sped up settlement in the area. Did you know that the USS South Dakota was the battleship in World War II with the most decorations? That is because of 13 battle stars and Navy unit commendations.
Yep, excellent.
Due to the fur trading industry, the first permanent white people settled in Fort Pierre, South Dakota. It is also the first permanent settlement in this state. The Homestake Mine was the longest gold-producing mine in the history of the U.S. until 2002, when the mine was closed. It is the largest and deepest gold mine in North America. South Dakota leads the nation in production of bison and pheasant. Agriculture is its top industry, generating 1/3 of overall economic activity. Mount Rushmore, the Black Hills were the sculptures of ex-U.S. presidents Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Theodore Roosevelt are made.
Yeah.
4 faces at the hill represent 4 stages of America's history. Washington, the birth of the nation; Jefferson, the growth; Lincoln, the preservation; and Roosevelt, the development. It is estimated that a total of 450,000 tons of rock was removed in order to create an enormous carved heads. More than 2 million people visit Mount Rushmore every year, making it one of the most popular tourist destinations in the U.S. The mountain was named for the New York lawyer Charles E. Rushmore. The lawyer traveled to the Black Hills in 1884 to inspect mining claims in the region. That's all I have.
Excellent. Okay, excellent job on that. Thank you for the fun facts there, Uriah, on South Dakota. And if you guys do ever get a chance, find yourselves in South Dakota, go check it out. I lived in South Dakota for 4 years in Rapid City, and I had the opportunity of going to Mount Rushmore and seeing this monument. It's pretty cool. It's huge. It's also a bit of a hike to get up to the viewing area, so a little bit of exercise there. And then I was also there for a 4th of July one year, and they put on a beautiful 4th of July show off the top of this mountain here. So it's pretty cool. So check it out if you get a chance. Excellent job on that. Thank you, Uriah. Okay. Did we hit all 3? Let me go to this. Let me get us back here. Okay. So our next section, Sean will be guiding us through this day in history. And this actual day was last week, which was the 15th. But some of these are so good that I wanted to keep them instead of updating them for today's this day in history. So, go for it, Sean.
For the first one is 588 BC, Nebuchadnezzar II of Babylon lays siege to Jerusalem during Zechariah's region. The siege lasted until July 23,586 BC.
Yeah, July 23rd, 586 BC.
Oh, 23rd.
Right. No, that's good. You did good. Let me move you over here, Sean. And so, yeah, that was the one of the Babylonian exiles to the state of Israel at the time, and that was almost that was over 2,500 years ago at this point. And Nebuchadnezzar was a popular Babylon or well-known Babylon king, and he laid siege to Jerusalem and eventually took a large portion of Israelites into Babylon. And so that's a cool fun fact in history.
1535, King Henry VIII declares himself a head of the Church of England.
Another fun fact, another very interesting fact. This is when the monarchy of England separated from the Catholic Church in Rome, and so it was called the Church of England. And as you can see here, Henry the Eighth was a very polarizing figure and a very interesting character in history. So if you're curious about that, check that out. It's very interesting history. Thank you for that, Sean.
For the third one is 1559, Elizabeth I is crowned Queen of England at Westminster Abbey in London.
Yeah, Westminster Abbey. Yep, good job.
1759, British Museum opens Montague House in London. 1902, how do you say that one again?
Abdulaziz
Ibn
Saud.
Ibn Saud leads 40 men over the walls of Riyadh. and takes the city, beginning the third Saudi state.
Excellent. Cool fun fact.
In 2009, Chelsea Sullenberger lands U.S. Airways flight 1549 on the Houston River shortly after takeoff from the
LaGuardia.
LaGuardia Airport in NYC. All passengers and crew survived in what becomes known as the Miracle of the Houston.
Miracle on the Hudson. Yeah.
Or
And
Hudson.
so that was that one really was a miracle for those of you guys on the stream that don't know, and for the folks at home. It was called the Miracle on the Hudson because normally when a plane goes down, even in the water, there's been you can look online at videos of it. When planes go down, even in the water, they usually break up and there's usually not survivors. And so that's one of the reasons why, I mean, Chesley Sullenberger, do you remember his nickname? Ken Chesley Sullenberger. Sully, there you go. Yeah, so Sully Sullenberger there, a very experienced pilot and very experienced leader, and it was him and his first officers poise under pressure and attention to detail that they were actually able to put a jetliner in the water at a perfect angle. It had to be, I think it was either between 11 and 13 degrees for that jet to survive that crash, that water landing. Normally, like I said, you can look at videos online, folks, of planes trying to land in the water, and there's one specific one of a Boeing jet, I believe, that tried to land in the water and it ended up getting torn apart. And so the Miracle on the Hudson, fantastic story and very interesting read. So thank you for that, Sean. Is that all you had on this day in history?
Yep, that's all I had.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. Finally, we have one more thing, which is, I believe, we have one more safety bulletin from Sean. And go ahead, Sean, take it away.
Okay. Staying safe during winter conditions. Avoid overexertion. Be cautious when shoveling snow or performing other strenuous activities in cold weather, as this can lead to heart attacks, especially for those with underlying health conditions. Prevent frostbite and hypothermia. Dress in layers, wear a hat, gloves, and waterproof boots. Limit exposure to extreme cold and seek shelter if you start to feel cold or experience symptoms of frostbite or hypothermia. Driving safety. If you must drive, slow down and increase your following distance. Use public transportation if possible during severe weather. Keep the emergency kit in your vehicle and avoid driving on icy roads if you can.
Yeah, and we've all had quite a bit of that lately. And the following distance is very key. A reminder, I know you adults know at home, but increasing the following distance in inclement weather, if it's a snowy, rainy, or especially icy road, you want to increase the distance in which you're following somebody. Very important because you can't stop very quickly. And so for you new drivers out there, it's a good tip.
Carbon monoxide safety. Never use generators, grills, or camp stoves indoors, as they can produce deadly carbon monoxide. Ensure proper ventilation when using heating devices. Check on neighbors. Reach out to friends, family, and neighbors, especially when elderly or those with health issues to ensure they are safe and have the resources they need during winter weather.
That's a good one. Check on your neighbor, right? Make sure that if they need any help with any of those resources, we try and be a good neighbor and help them out too. So excellent job on that. Thank you for the safety bulletin, Sean. And to close up, folks, we have our weather forecast. And let me bring that up. Who's reading in place of Aria today? Uriah. Okay. Hang on one second, Uriah. Let me pull that up. Okay. Share. There we go. Okay, take it away, Uriah.
Marmot Bay, Thursday, January 2nd, 2026. Whoa, what does AKST?
Alaska Standard Time.
Oh, okay.
Good
Alaska
question.
Standard Time, 3:01.
Yep.
Okay. Today, northwest wind at 10 knots, seas of 2 feet. Tonight, variable winds less than 10 knots, becoming eastern 10 knots after midnight, seas at 3 feet. Friday, eastern winds at 10 knots, increasing to 15 knots in the afternoon, seas of 4 feet. Friday night, my bad. East winds of 15 knots, seas of 4 feet. Saturday, east winds of 20 knots to seas of 5 feet. Sunday, east winds 15 knots, seas of 4 feet. Monday, northeast winds at 10 knots, seas of 3 feet. The Shelikof Strait, 3:01 a.m. Alaska Standard, Thursday, January 22nd, 2026.
Nice.
Small craft advisory tonight at Friday. What is that?
A small craft advisory tonight and Friday that is a general warning for anybody in a small boat or a small skiff to pay extra close attention because there's probably some weather coming.
Today, north winds at 50 knots, seas of 2 feet. Tonight, it's just the same thing, I think.
It's close, but it's
okay.
not.
Tonight, northeast wind 50 knots, increasing to 25 knots after midnight. Seas of 4 feet. Friday night, northeast wind 30 knots, seas at 6 feet. Friday night, northeast wind 30 knots, seas at 7 feet.
Mm-hmm. And then you have one more partial right there. Yeah, there you go.
Saturday, northeast wind 35 knots, seas at 9 feet. Sunday, northeast wind 30 knots, seas at 5 feet. Monday, northeast wind 15 knots, seas at 4 feet.
Excellent. Thank you for that, Uriah. And for you folks at home, there's your Thursday through Tuesday forecast on windy, as well as Uriah was giving you folks your NOAA marine weather forecast. Excellent. Take that out of there. All right, so that will do it for another episode of King's Corner. We thank you for being with us on our 20th episode. We hope we brought some value to your day, and we appreciate you tuning in. If you, just as a reminder, these streams are posted on Facebook. However, after usually around 90 days, then they get automatically deleted by Facebook. So if you ever want to check out any of our videos, we have the entire list of 20 episodes is on youtube.com. Just go to youtube.com and type in Native Village of Port Lions and click on the live tab. And that will show you all 20 of our episodes that you can watch at any time you want. So we thank you for being with us. And Tunk Chigum Ginchali. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Should we do some outro music? A little bit of applause for our 20th episode. And we will end with a little bit of outro music. Thanks again for joining us. And we are